Did you just call it Worcester? No, it's Worcester, baby, Worcester. Top 10 things you need to know before moving to Worcester, Mass. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Swerk. You know I'm a local real estate expert and mindset wealth building coach right here in the state of Massachusetts. Now, if this is the first time you come to the channel, welcome. What's it all about? We talk everything about Massachusetts, whether it's eating, sleeping, drinking, playing. Today we're talking top 10 things about Worcester, Mass. And yes, that's how you pronounce it. So you have lots of questions. We have lots of answers. Reach out to us any way possible. We have so much fun making these videos. We get so many people reaching out, so sometimes things get lost in the cracks. We apologize. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like the videos, definitely click the subscribe button and click that little bell. That way, every time we make a new video, you're going to get notified. Definitely give us a little thumbs up because we love it. You know, it's me in the front, Tyler in the back. We make a dream team. We're really excited. One thing you have to remember when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back. All right. If you've been here before, you're going to tell I'm in one of those moods today. So here we go. So welcome to today's episode that we're talking about Worcester, Massachusetts. If you're thinking about moving here, you definitely want to check this out. If you're interested just to find out about the area, this will give you some good pieces of information as well. Worcester is a great place, and really it's very diverse, has a lot of history. You know, it was interesting because anyone that might have seen some of our past videos knows I grew up in Quincy, Massachusetts. And for me, it was really funny. And a lot of people that I grew up with, this kind of ties into the mindset stuff that I teach with my wife as far as perception is concerned. And, you know, your perception, how you perceive life is your reality. And I laugh because growing up in Quincy, you know, our perception was, listen, anything outside of Framingham, like Western Mass, why would you go out there? Like, it's so far away. And that's where, you know, sometimes I get really apologetic when it comes to Springfield because I'm like, we do love you, but it just seems like it was so far away. Well, over the years and as I've traveled more, it's really not that far. And even getting from Springfield from Massachusetts, Springfield to Boston, really not that bad as far as time is concerned. My wife and I were at a speaking engagement down in Connecticut talking about paradigms and mindset, and we drove through Worcester and we stopped to get some gas on the way back. And I've been down to Worcester. I go down, you know, maybe once a month, and we were there late at nighttime, and there's, you know, the city was just filled with activities. And I just paused for a minute and I just said, wow, like, what an amazing job they've done as far as turning the city around. Because again, go back to perception and what your reality is. Worcester may have not been the best place when I was growing up as a kid. And they've done so amazing out there. I mean, with all the colleges and, you know, property values, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So let me get off this little rant here. Let's go right into things about Worcester, Massachusetts. I try not to make too much work for Tyler. He's like, Matt, where are you going with this? So first thing we have to talk about, yes, ding, 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 the weather. You know, this is not specific to Worcester. This is Massachusetts as a whole. We have 4 very distinct seasons. And when it comes to Worcester, yes, it gets really, really cold. They got a good amount of snowfall that it gets there. And same thing with the summertime, you know, because of where they're located, you know, great heat and humidity. You know, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. And that's the wonderful dew point that makes me sweat instantly when I step outside or even just getting out of the shower. It's like, I feel like I got to take another shower because I just came out of the shower. When it comes to the weather, we're excited. We're in March. March, the old thing here in Massachusetts is in like a lion, out like a lamb. What? Yeah, it comes in, winter is roaring like there's no tomorrow, roar like a lion, and then when it leaves at the end of March, going into April, it's very calm, very gentle like the lamb. And then we have April showers bring May flowers, right? So I don't know if that's across the country, but of course, Massachusetts, we think we invented everything. So we made that up, maybe, just like the internet. Okay, all right, cost of living. So Worcester, the cost of living is lower in Worcester compared to some of the other New England cities. However, it's gonna be a lot more expensive than other parts of the country. And that's something in the real estate space, we get a lot of sticker shock when people come here, just as far as what the property values are. So in Worcester itself, they are reasonable. They have started to catch up with everybody else as far as the inflated costs. But again, perspective and perception, it's all relevant as far as where things are. You're likely going to spend more money on, on groceries and daily expenses living in Worcester. So that's something just to keep in mind. And we've done cost of living specifically of Massachusetts versus other cities or other states. So definitely check that out. Back in the library. Okay, the third thing we want to talk about is the job market. So with the amazing universities like WPI, which is Worcester Polytech, Clark University, I mean, there's just so many, Holyoke, I mean, the list goes on and on. It's amazing what's out there. But there's a great job market out there, not only because of the education and people look, the college is looking to expand, but they have a great segment as far as healthcare is concerned, like I said, education, manufacturing opportunities. So you're always going to have a very strong job market as far as Worcester is concerned. So that's an awesome thing. All right, the cultural aspects. I love this. Worcester is very rich with history, very thriving art scene. There's a lot of places there. There's the Worcester Art Museum. For anyone that's into science, they have the Ecotarium. Really, really awesome place. There's a lot of hands-on, I don't know, I was going to say experiments, but they're not experiments. Hands-on, oh my gosh, what do you call them? Hands-on exhibits. Exhibits, not experiments. Maybe you could do some experiments at the exhibits. I don't know. But one of my favorite places, and you may or may not know this, right? I am a man of the arts. I am refined. And yes, I like the theater. So I like to see different shows. I learned a long time ago, opera, as cool, I almost said as cool as it is. Yeah, as cool, as amazing of the experience of what they put on the stage. I'm just not big into the singing side of things, but the Hanover Theater, awesome, awesome place. And like I said, I go down there to Worcester, maybe once a month or once every month and a half. We were just out there seeing this performance, Shen Yun. I know it travels across the country, so there's some controversy about it. I thought it was really cool. And my kids who are 10 and 12, they found it really interesting, and it was cool. So if you had a chance to see it, not necessarily here in Massachusetts, go check it out. Okay. Here we go. What's Massachusetts all about? What's Worcester all about? Sports, baby, sports. No, we're not only sports, but yes, we got the big Eagles when it comes to sports. My beloved Bruins are just kicking it right now, doing amazing. Oh, we're so excited. But as far as sports is concerned, Worcester has its minor league teams. They have the their hockey team is the Worcester Railers. Really, really incredible experience as far as going to see a minor league hockey team. They are all about the consumer experience. So in between periods, I mean, there is as much going on in the stands itself as the game is going on during the periods. If you don't know anything about hockey, I'm just going to confuse you what I just said there. But it's like the intermission. So the intermission is really packed with all kinds of fun things. And I was blown away the first time I went to a Railers game. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Like, how fun is this, especially for families? So they also have the Worcester Bravehearts. That's their baseball team, and it's a short drive to Boston, so that's also something to think about as far as going from Worcester down into downtown, or if you want to even travel down to Foxborough to go see the Patriots. So who would see them? Everybody that has a pulse. All right, sorry, I told you I'm in one of those moods. All right, we want to talk transportation. So multiple options when it comes to Worcester. They have a regional transit authority, that's their bus. They also have the MBTA commuter rail. It's really close to a lot of the major highways as far as the Mass Pike, which is Route 90 that runs across the state, and then also Route 9 that runs. Where is 9 above or below the Pike? I can't even think about that right. I think it's below. It's below. Route 9 is below the Pike. Only lived here for 49 years of my life. Well, really 50. I just turned 50 back in January. Lived here most of my life, except for a couple stops going to different places. But I was born here, baby. All right, so just don't know the roads. So thank God for GPS. So anyway, yeah, great accessibility. You know, really, if you think about it, you can get anywhere from Worcester. I mean, you want to go to New York, you just jump on the Pike, get onto 84, cut through Connecticut, bam, you're right down there. You want to get up into Vermont, you can go out, you know, jump on the Pike, get up to 91, go up to Vermont that way. You know, you want to go back to Boston, jump on the Pike, or Route 9 going east. So great place as far as accessibility in their transportation. All right, schools are concerned. Now, it's not just about the colleges. Worcester has done a lot as far as where they are today and what they've put into their community. So they have a really robust education system, several highly rated public schools with private schools as well. And again, like we talked about not too long ago, as far as the different universities and colleges. So it's a great place to pursue higher education. I think that's one of the things when people think about Massachusetts, they do think about the education. They do think about the advancement as far as medicine is concerned and all the hospitals. I mean, we're trying to get my mom to come up here to have a surgery because we're like, hey, Massachusetts, that's where it's at. I know it's not proper English. We do teach that in school. We do teach ours, but for some reason we don't like to say them. And then the word that ends in A, we put an R on it, like vodka, pizza. I don't know, it's just how it is. All right, number 8, diversity. Always a subject that I love. So, diverse city, really large immigration population, which really creates a lot of cultural events that really adds to the city's very vibrant and inclusive community. So it's definitely like whatever flavor you're looking for, like yes, it's there, and it's amazing. I love areas that are very diverse, and you know. We can all get along. We just have to understand that each one of us is separate. Each one of us has our own inner genius, and it's not our place to judge others, right? And breaking those limiting beliefs that we create about ourselves. So, all right. Anyway, number 9, healthcare. All right. So, a lot of world-renowned places out in Worcester. You have UMass Medical Center, St. Vincent's Hospital. If you work in the healthcare industry, it's great for that. Or if you're looking to work in that field, I mean, you can't go wrong when it comes to healthcare. You got the bullseye right in front of you. Pretty easy to hit that. The last part we're going to hit is safety. And safety. Worcester has a relatively low crime rate compared to the other cities of that size. So, of course you want to take precautions if you're in areas that you don't know. It's funny because when I grew up in Quincy and Boston was my playground, so I grew up with a lot of street smarts. And when I moved out to the suburbs, if you will, that was something that I'm like, all right, how do I teach my kids how to like walk down the middle of the streets, 3 o'clock in the morning and not be afraid? And, now they're more afraid of like deers and not pigeons, but squirrels and all those things. But that's a weird little joke. But that's, anywhere you go, you just want to have that awareness as far as safety is concerned. Again, have the positive mindset that everything is going to work out and that you're always going to be safe, because the more you focus on something, it's going to expand. You don't want to think about being in a bad area and bad things happening all the time, because guess what's going to happen? Bad things in a bad area. So, top 10 things about Worcester before you move here. All right, so from weather to the cost of living to the job market to the cultural side of things, there's so much to consider when you're going to move out there. We appreciate the support. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, reach out to us any way you feel appropriate. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. We appreciate the support on the channel. Just remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.